Welcome to Ecomo Excel. Today we're going to use the formula IFERROR combined with a previous index match lookup. If you don't know how to use index match, check out our video for it. The formula IFERROR will return a value if your equation or statement is not correct or found. In this example, we intentionally enter some wrong part numbers on this table. This is a sales report. And we will use the IFERROR formula to fix it. So lookups on column C return the description of the part number. Now, since this part number originally was MOP3, we've added a 9 just to create an error. Same for the other two you see in the lower part. So depending on what data you're using, in this first cell, we're gonna just return a blank. So I'm positioning on C2. I'm going to press F2 so I can edit the formula. I'm going to move all the way at the beginning after the equal sign. I'm going to type if error. Now I'm going to open a parenthesis. So what this does is telling the cell first try to run the index match as the other columns. And then once we get to the end of the second parenthesis, we're going to put a comma. And this is what the formula is going to enter on the cell if the first formula, the index match, doesn't work. So for this cell, we're going to go with a blank, but you have to type the colons, double colons. And then we're going to close the parentheses. And I'm going to hit enter. And now it's just a blank value. Again, depending on what kind of data you're using, maybe you just want a blank. But we're going to do some other examples too. I'm going to double click. So as soon as I double click, it's cleaning my other two errors as well. So we're going to move on to cell D2. And we're going to do a similar exercise. So this column is for the prices, a numeric value. So let's say in this case, instead of a blank, we wanted to return a value of 0. I'm going to go to the beginning, next to the equal sign, if error, open a parenthesis, and we're going to go all the way to the end, type our comma, and then we're going to choose a 0. And then we'll close the parentheses. So it's returning the value of 0 because it's not finding the part number. And we can do the same, just double click right here. And let's say if you want a different value, you can put it right here. It can be a 1. Or it can be 10. It doesn't matter. Again, depending on what your data is, what values you're trying to find, is what we're going to do. And lastly, we're going to move on to cell F2 for the supplier. So again, this is another text value like the description. And let's think that perhaps you have a list where some errors, some values are not there, but instead of the error, you want to see a not found, for example. So I'm going to do if error, if I can type, then open the parentheses, then go to the end, comma, then we're going to do double colon, not found, and then we're going to close the colons, and then we're going to close the parentheses. And that's going to tell us that we don't have a supplier for this item. Perhaps the previous supplier went out of business. You need to find a new one. And lastly, just for practice, we're going to do it one more time for the cost. And we're going to do a numeric again just to make sure we got it. So F2, go to the beginning, if error, open the parentheses, go to the end, comma, 0. Then we're going to close it. And that's going to fix that column. Again, these are fictitious numbers depending on what kind of information you're looking for. Using if error combined with lookup or an index match can help you find the values that you're missing or give a specific value depending what your list is. So we hope you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up and send us any questions or features of Excel that you would like to see in future videos. Thank you.